Welcome to the Ultimate Battle Show. Today we're sharing the heroic saga of Captain Foxhunter. Captain Foxhunter was directing his team like a demolition crew to take over Building No. 2, while the Witch Army was completely oblivious. While they were all tied up inside, the Russians tossed in a couple of flashy gadgets. To get into the room smoothly, the Foxhunter team used their rifles as stepping stones to advance. The Witch Army swiftly transformed themselves into adept robbers, fully prepared for the confrontation. Thus, a fierce clash of intelligence and bravery commenced. Hands up and stay still. On the battlefield, it seemed as if everyone was participating in a comical reality show, with absolutely no one desiring to be eliminated. The Russians figured the old tactics were out of style, so they quickly switched it up. No time to waste. Hands where I can see them. As the Russians swept through, the Witch Army suddenly came to their senses. The Witch Army finally realized that the Russians were trying to bypass the middle troops to seize the high ground. The drone pilots brought some good news. They spotted the Russian artillery position. But man, this drone had the worst luck. The Russians quickly set up a jammer to deal with the drone, but the command was intercepted. Talk about come quick. Subtitles. As soon as the artillery position was vacated, it was blown sky high by an explosion. Surprisingly, the Wu Army is using a super cannon. With projectiles having a 30-kilometer range, you have to wonder where they got such fancy toys. The Russians had to retreat in a chaotic mess under heavy fire, begrudgingly heading back to base for a coffee break. Meanwhile, the Russians had completely seized the Witch Army's temporary base and Building No. 2. Two crafty little devils from the Witch Army were setting up a rock and roll machine gun atop Building No. 3. This wasn't an ordinary machine gun, it was one of those beastly setups that could take out anyone. The Witch Army's strategy was to swap out barrels for continuous bombardment, an absolute brainiac move. The Russian captain felt the heat and urgently called for artillery support, seeking a cool-headed grenade solution. The Witch Army's machine gunners didn't even have a chance. They barely had time to react before the flash of fire. But the Witch Army reinforcements were already on their way, primed for battle. The current situation was dizzying, with everyone's maneuvers resembling a strategy video game. Subtitles. Russian artillery fire poured down like a torrential rain, while the Witch Army howled in vain, failing to launch a successful counterattack. The fighting intensified between both sides, with neither willing to back down. The sound of rocket launches turned the battlefield into a bustling carnival. What a firepower feast! No doubt, this turned into an endless stalemate. What a bad battle it was. Facing life and death decisions, the Russian soldier opted for the bravest choice of all. Meanwhile, the Foxhunter team was prepped and primed for a strike, waiting for the right moment to pounce. Their move was spotted by the Witch Army sniper, which surely didn't end well. One soldier got hit, and his buddies rushed to suppress the fire with everything they had. The Witch's troops above were firing ceaselessly like they were playing a video game. The Russians quickly threw smoke bombs to find some cover amidst the chaos. The situation remained dire, with the Witch Army attacking from every direction. Just as the Russians were ready to evacuate the wounded, the Witch Army's machine gun opened fire unexpectedly. At that moment, the entire scene became the most unforgettable part of the whole story, tugging at the heartstrings. Struggling towards the safety zone, their efforts still proved to be in vain. This battle was truly savage. The cannonade in the perimeter was fierce. It was like a showdown between rockets and artillery. The artillery positions were a flurry of activity, with everyone busy and preoccupied. But the Russians weren't holding back, bringing out their big guns. This gadget had 16 launch tubes with a range of 34 kilometers. What a lively battlefield. The Ukrainians suffered heavy losses and quickly decided to fight back with everything they had. But unexpectedly, they encountered a dead. What a huge letdown. Yet the artillery captain cleverly adjusted the coordinates, using this to their advantage. What brilliance! This resulted in the enemy command center going down, and the situation changed in the blink of an eye. Witnessing such heavy losses, the Ukrainian commander decided to go all out and deploy the trump card. The 240 self-propelled howitzer can launch a shot that could even save a nuke. Sure enough, just one single shot completely blew the Russian position apart. The wars ahead will be a crazy race. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories.